The bus driver looked at me through the mirror and said, "Kid, don't get off at your stop today. Call your mom right now." I looked up confused because Mr. Bax never talked to individual kids unless someone was throwing things or starting fights. He'd been driving Route 47 for like 10 years and barely acknowledged any of us existed. Why? I pulled out my earbuds and walked closer to the front. His knuckles were white from gripping the steering wheel so hard. "Just call her, right now." His voice had this urgent edge that made my stomach flip. I fumbled for my phone while other kids started complaining about why we weren't moving. We were stopped 3 blocks before my usual stop on Cedar Lane, just sitting there with the engine idling. My mom's phone went straight to voicemail. I tried again. Same thing. She's not answering. Mr. Bax was staring at something in his side mirror, and when I turned to look, I saw a black sedan that had been following us for the last few turns. Try your dad, or anyone else in your family. Now I was really freaking out because bus drivers don't care about your family unless something is seriously wrong. I called my dad and got voicemail again. The black car was still there, just sitting behind us with its engine running. Through the tinted windows, I could see the outline of someone in the driver's seat. "Mr. Bax, what's going on?" My voice came out higher than I meant it to. He reached for his radio and spoke quietly into it. "Base, this is bus 47. I need immediate assistance at Cedar and 5th. Possible situation with suspicious vehicle following my route." The dispatcher's voice crackled back, asking for details, but Mr. Bax kept his responses vague. The other kids on the bus were getting restless and starting to ask questions. Jace from the back yelled, "Yo, why aren't we moving?" I got practice. Mr. Bax ignored him and kept watching that black car in his mirror. "Kip, I need you to listen very carefully. When I tell you, I want you to duck down below the window level and stay there until I say it's safe." My heart started pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. "Are we in danger?" I whispered, but before he could answer, the black sedan pulled up alongside our bus. The windows were so dark I couldn't see inside, but I felt like someone was staring right at me. Mr. Bax's hand moved to something under his dashboard that looked like a panic button. "Everyone sit down and be quiet," he announced to the whole bus in his serious voice. The car kept pace with us as we started moving again, staying right next to my window. I pressed myself against the seat back, trying to make myself smaller. Other kids were craning their necks to see what was happening, but something about the whole situation felt wrong in a way I couldn't explain. My phone finally rang and it was my mom, but she sounded weird, really weird. "Kip, honey, where are you right now?" Her voice was shaky like she'd been crying. "I'm on the bus. We're running late because..." She cut me off. "Listen to me very carefully. Do not come home today. Go to Aunt Pip's house instead. I'll pick you up there later." In the background, I could hear men's voices talking, but I couldn't make out what they were saying. "Mom, what's wrong? Why can't I come home?" The line went quiet for a few seconds. Then she whispered, "Just trust me, baby. Don't come to the house." The call ended abruptly, leaving me staring at my phone in panic. Mr. Bax was watching me in the rearview mirror. What did she say? I told him about going to my aunt's house instead, and his face got this grim expression. The black car was still following us, and now there was a second one behind it. "Change of plans, kid. We're going straight to the police station." He made a sharp turn away from both my house and my aunt's neighborhood. Several kids protested, but Mr. Bax wasn't taking any arguments. "Everyone stay in your seats and keep quiet. This is a safety issue." I tried calling my mom back, but now her phone was going directly to a recording saying the number was disconnected. That's when I knew something was really, really wrong. At the police station, Mr. Bax wouldn't let me get off the bus until 2 officers came out to escort me. They asked me a bunch of questions about my parents, and if I knew why someone might be following me. I didn't have any answers. One officer made some phone calls while the other one stayed with me. After about an hour, they told me that my parents were safe but couldn't explain anything else. They said my mom had contacted them about a family situation and asked them to keep me somewhere secure. I spent that night at the police station's family services office, sleeping on a couch and wondering if I'd ever see my parents again. 3 days later, I found out the truth. My dad had been working undercover for the DEA for months, investigating a drug trafficking ring. Someone had figured out his real identity and threatened our family. The men following the bus were part of the criminal organization trying to grab me as leverage against my dad. My mom's strange phone call happened because those same men were in our house, forcing her to try to lure me home. Mr. Bax had spotted them following his route and realized something was wrong. If I had gotten off at my stop that day, I would have walked right into a kidnapping situation. We had to move to a different state and I never saw Mr. Bax again, but he literally saved my life just by paying attention.